need you to watch this. Chicago streets, you got cars boxing in federal agents so they can't leave. And I want you to ask yourself one question as I roll this first clip. Is this public safety? Roll it.
If this is your family, they have just been detained for no reason.
No reason? No reason at all? It's absolute chaos. Now, here's the part no one on TV wants to say out loud. The same city begging for this chaos is also begging for more police. Don't believe me? Watch.
We're offering a better pathway so that we don't have 970 people murdered in our city every single year. Now, one is one too many. But you're not going to convince me that the people of Chicago only deserve law enforcement.
Wow.
I get so sick and tired of people believing that the only thing that black and brown and poor people get to get in this city are badges.
That's literally what they want, and I can't wait to prove that point. Literally, black and brown people in the city of Chicago want more badges, you idiot.
Community very divided there. One thing it seems like the communities aren't so divided on is more Chicago police officers among black and Hispanic voters. That number was in the 80th percentile in terms of supporting more police officers, which maybe goes against the narrative that those communities are against the police.
Correct. I mean, I think one of the things that is clear in this poll is across the board, people want more police on the streets. Whether you're black, Hispanic, or white, you certainly want. It's 86% for African Americans, 82% for Hispanics.
Stop. 86% of African Americans want more police. Mr. Johnson, why is that? Well, because like you rightfully stated, they're the ones who are the #1 victims of crime in Chicago. So of course that's what they want, but you're not giving the people what they want. You're actively fighting against it while misrepresenting and abusing black history, pretending to be for black people and brown people and poor people and people from underinvested communities historically, yada, yada, yada. Let's rewind that back just a little bit, and then I'm just going to let it play out. This guy, Brandon Johnson's a moron.
On the streets, whether you're black, Hispanic, or white, you certainly want. It's 86% for African Americans, 82% for Hispanics, 64% for whites. Not as high of a total for whites, but still a strong majority. So across the board, it's 75% of Chicago residents would like to see the Chicago Police Department hire more police officers and put them on the street.
86% of black Chicagoans want more officers on the street. And that's not a right-wing poll, by the way. That's the community living with the results. Keep that in mind. So why is this message from City Hall the total opposite? I mean, a complete 360. Let me show you what leadership is saying. Then tell me if it matches the people.
My deputy mayor, Gatewood, this is the topic and the work every single day to drive violence down in the city of Chicago. So when you talk about what we're offering a better pathway so that we don't have 970 people murdered in our city every single year. Now, one is one too many, but you're not going to convince me that the people of Chicago only deserve law enforcement. I get so sick and tired of people believing that the only thing that black and brown and poor people get to get in this city are badges. People want jobs. It's why we've increased the ability for young people to have jobs in this city. People want health care and behavioral mental health care. That's what they asked me. That's why we've expanded it. People want to be able to afford to live in this city. That's why I'm building more affordable units. People want justice if they do get wrapped up into this spiral of despair in this city. It's why we're actually solving cases, whether it's CVI workers, making sure that we're avoiding retaliation in this city. I get so sick and tired of people in this country and in this city that believes that the only thing that you can offer black people and poor people is jails, incarceration, and police officers. Dr. King said this right here in Chicago, the National Conference on New Politics. What did he say? He said, militarism is a sickness. I am trying to eradicate the sickness from this city and from this country.
But people
To offer, no, listen, Mark, I get to answer my question now. You've asked it.
But people,
No, Mark, I've answered my questions. Of course they are, but you're not going to be able to avoid that if we don't do the things that actually work. We are not split on this issue. The fact of the matter is, no one has asked me to send federal troops into this city to make it safe. It has never come up. It never came up during the campaign. It's never come up in the first 2 years. The fact of the matter is, we are driving violence down on this city, and we're using every single resource that's available to us. Jails and incarceration and law enforcement is a sickness that has not led to safe communities. I'm going to work hard every single day to protect the people who are caught up in violence in this city. Guess why? You want to know why? Because the vast majority of them look like me. This president has never asked a very simple question to me, Brandon Scott, Barbara Lee, Randall Woodfin. He doesn't talk to black mayors about what it's like to live in communities that have been disinvested in. So no, we're not going to succumb to the sickness and the evil that Dr. King warned us about a generation ago. It didn't work in 74 when 970 people were being killed. It didn't work in the 90s when no one said a mumbling word about how many people were losing their lives because of violence in this city. And now we're actually doing the work that's working. Now all of a sudden everybody has these ideas. They've shown this is a group project, but we're not going to allow the President of the United States of America or any of his ilk look at the work that we're doing across this country, and then now we're experiencing some level of reprieve, and now he wants to put his name on our paper. No, not going to tolerate it. It's a sickness, and we're going to eradicate it.
When your mayor calls law enforcement a sickness while homicide victims are overwhelmingly black and brown, that's not reimagining safety. That's gaslighting neighborhoods, asking for help. Okay. Ground level again. This is what resistance looks like on a Tuesday afternoon.
Oh my God, don't hit me! What the fuck? You were just assaulting me! I'm a U.S. citizen! You can't touch me! What's up? He just hit me! Hey! Chingada, what the doing to this man? They're gonna kill him! Okay, it's okay! Look at! Oh my God, they'll kill him! They're gonna kill this man! Look at what they're doing! He's not doing nothing! Look at! Oh my God! I'm a U.S. citizen and they just fucking beat the shit out of me just for recording, letting immigrants know. Oh my God, don't hit me!
Two things can be true at once. Violent criminals need to be removed. Two, lawful, medically responsible enforcement is non-negotiable. We're about to talk about that second part because when agents hurt the wrong people, the receipts matter.
The 80-year-old U.S. citizen says he wasn't trying to intervene, simply get answers. That's when armed masked men turned their attention towards him, leaving him badly injured.
You can see my arm. They throw me on the floor. They're all black.
Rafi's shoehead shows us the injuries he sustained, including a dislocated elbow, after his business was raided by federal immigration officials last week. Surveillance video shows as the 80-year-old car wash owner gets shoved to the ground by a mass agent as he's running down a narrow hallway. Rafi says he didn't know what was going on, and when he came to the defense of one of his employees outside Valley Car Wash in Van Nuys, an unidentified officer pushes him back before throwing him to the ground as backup arrives.
They grabbed one of my guys, and I told him, hold on, most of these people, they have a paper, we have documentation here, and the only thing they said is, you don't F with the eyes, we are here. And they threw me on the floor, and 3 of them, they jumped on me and they were sitting on me.
Rafi says 5 of his employees were detained by ICE that Tuesday morning. He requested medical attention after being roughed up with a heart condition, but instead he was placed in handcuffs and taken to the Metropolitan Detention Center in downtown LA.
I was asking them, let me talk to somebody, I need to go home, I need my medicine, I'm hungry. No, there is nothing we can do. You have to wait. You have to wait.
The U.S. citizen was released hours later. That's when his family finally took him to the hospital.
Again, my dad, he's 80 years old, and he has a heart condition, and he begged and pleaded, and told him as soon as that second attack, that second push down, he said, I have a heart condition, I'm an old man, I want the ambulance, and they completely denied him and ignored him.
Rafi's ribs were left busted, both his arms have contusions, and he's struggling to breathe. He and his family are now seeking legal action against the government.
What they are doing is not nice and it's not right.
Now, following last week's raid, Rafi says that he struggled to keep his car wash open because some of his employees are just too scared to come to work, even
I wonder, why would they be scared?
with proper documentation. We reached out to the Department of Homeland Security regarding this incident. We have yet to hear back. Reporting live tonight in Van Nuys, Carlos Salcedo, KTLA 5 News.
Notice he said, even the ones with proper documentation. If an 80-year-old U.S. citizen was hurt and denied medication, I'll say investigate it fast and fix it, because we know the left loves to weaponize any misstep to smear the entire agency and stall removals. Now, we hold ICE, on a high bar, so the mission can't be sabotaged by bad faith politicians. Meanwhile, some Democrats grandstand over masks and optics. So this is State Senator Karina Villa. This is the Illinois senator calling out ICE agents and calling them bounty hunters for still wearing masks while trying to snatch up people in this post, as the post says. This isn't leadership. It's YouTube theater. While they chase cameras, ICE is chasing traffickers, gang members, and fugitives. Priorities. This is insane.
Stay inside of your houses, everyone. Do not come out. Stay in your houses. Quédense en su casa. Tienen derechos todos. No salgan si no hay una orden firmada por un juez.
And here's the proof. Here's proof the mission saves kids and, crushes cartels.
When President Trump called me to come back from retirement, he told me they wanted me to do 3 things: secure the border, run the largest deportation operation this country's seen, and third, find over 300,000 missing children. And that was priority 1. So they've already located just under 25,000. Some of these children were fine with parents just hiding because they don't want to be deported. But many were in sex trafficking. Many we found in forced labor. Slavery. Forced to work ungodly hours, not going to school, working ungodly hours, and of course not getting paid, being abused. So, we've rescued thousands of children. And President Trump is committed, I'm committed, that we're not going to stop looking for these children until we find every single one of them or run down the leads. And unfortunately, 27 of these children have since died. So we're not giving up. This is the main priority for the Trump administration. We'll keep going at it. When President Trump called me to come back from
finding tens of thousands of missing migrant children, many exploited by smugglers and labor rings, is exactly why we back ICE 100%. That's real compassion. Rescue and removal, not, hashtags. Here's the standard. Secure the border, enforce the law, protect the innocent. Democrats who pass sanctuary laws block detainers and demonized officers on the fallout. Crime, cartels, and chaos. If you want fewer tragedies, let ICE work and hold politicians, not agents, accountable for policies that tie hands and free criminals. If you respect law enforcement and safer streets, that is, I want you to put ice, baby, if you made it to the end of this video. Y'all be safe. Go check on a friend today. You can quite literally be saving their life. Peace.